guys, this is Parenting and Lifestyle, and today we'll be talking about how to choose the right school for your child. Yes, it's that time of the year when you have to choose a school for your child, either because maybe the school they were attending before, you are no longer satisfied with what they do there and you need a change. Yes, your reasons are valid. For whatever reason why you need to change your child's school, you don't just do that anyhow, right? You will make sure there are things you look out for to ensure that your child gets the best out of education. Okay, so today, before we go into what we'll have, if today is the first time you're coming across the channel, please like and subscribe. Please, when you subscribe, turn on the notification button so that whenever a new video is posted, you will be notified. So today we'll be talking about, like I said, how to choose the right school for your child. Now, there are so many things you have to consider when you are choosing a school for your child. For me, I advise that before you choose a school for your child, you check the fees. Yes, I know so many people will disagree with me, but it is true. Now, imagine a situation where you've gone to 10 schools. You didn't bother about their fees. You just went to the schools to check them out. And at the end of the day, you've chosen one. And you now go back to that school and ask for their fees. And you find out that the fee is something that you cannot afford. Is that not a wasted effort? It is. So for me, I advise that the first thing you have to do, first of all, if there are schools you have in mind, ask for their fee first. Ensure that it is what you can afford before you even begin to look at other very important things, so that you don't end up wasting your time. So what do? Look for schools that their fees are within the range of what you can afford. It doesn't make sense for you to enroll your child in a school that you will not be able to comfortably pay for, right? So maybe a greater part of the time the child is out of school because you're struggling with fees. It doesn't make sense. So to ensure that you make the most out of the time you have to check for schools, go around, find out the fees, then pick like 6 to 5, depending, for schools that you can comfortably afford their fees. Then out of that 4 or 5 or 6, whatever number you now have, that their fees are within the range of what you can afford, you can then make a choice. Now, to make that choice, you have to now check these things I'm about to tell you. And another important thing you have to consider is the proximity. A child's school is not supposed to be very, very far from where you stay. I know some people might disagree with me, but it's true. Imagine putting a child in a school that you have to go, that takes you 2 hours or 3 to get to. It's stress. You might even argue with me, oh, I have a car, I can easily take the child to school. What of the day your car is spoiled? Oh, the child will use school bus. What of the day the school bus will not be available? We don't pray for these things, but it's usually advisable to check proximity. Let the school be, maybe not so close to your house, but let it be around. Let it not be something that your child will have to travel to get to. And before the child gets to the school, the child is already exhausted. It doesn't make sense. Then another important thing to look out for is the environment. Now, the first thing you see when you get to a school is the environment, the school environment. What does it look like? Does it look like something that a child will be comfortable staying inside? You know, children, they play a lot. So you have to, first of all, check, is the environment safe for my child? Because nobody wants to lose your child while the child is in school. You don't want to lose your child. Check the environment. What is their safety precaution? Do they have what is their means of keeping the school environment safe? Do they have someone at the gate, manning the gate, to ensure that people do not just gain access in and out the school? check these things. Is the environment conducive enough for learning? Now, it is advisable that the school should not be very close to the main road. A school should be in a place where the noise won't be too much. Okay, check the environment of the school, ensure safety. That is another thing you have to look for because these are the first things you will even see when you get to any school. The first thing you notice is the environment. So please, when you get there, look at around the environment. What does it look like? You remember, you are not there to visit. You are there for a reason. So don't just walk in straight to meet the proprietress. As you are entering the school, ensure that you look around. What does the environment look like? Then when you get inside, another point you have to look out for is the school values. The school values. What values, what philosophy does the school have? What is their method of teaching? So many schools use different methods of teaching. Then you consider your child. If your child is someone who likes to work with his hands, maybe you consider enrolling that child in a Montessori school. If your child is someone who is like, make sure that their values aligns with your own values. If you're someone who is very you hold discipline, you make sure you are big on discipline, right? So make sure that that school meets up to, it's like their values are almost same thing with your own values. Okay, so please check their teaching method and check the scheme they use. These are very important because you are there to enroll your child to learn, not just to attend the school for attending sake, right? So you have to make sure that your child is getting value in that school. Another thing you have to look out for is the class size. By class size, I mean how many students are there in a class in that school. I highly recommend that you visit a school you intend enrolling your child in during school session, like when the school is still in session. Don't just go to a school when they are on vacation and just registration for the first time. You can go when they're on vacation for the actual proper registration, right? But when you want to check out the school, please go when the school is in session. It gives you an opportunity to see what the school looks like when lessons are going on, right? So but don't just go there when the school is not in session. So we are talking about class size. How many students are in a class and how many teachers do you have? Because of lack of teachers, you find some schools that the students there are much. Then you just have one teacher who is struggling with everything, struggling to attend to every child, struggling to mark the script, struggling to teach, struggling to, like, when you even look at the teacher, you will know that this teacher is burdened. Okay, a teacher that is stressed cannot effectively teach, no matter how good the teacher is. A teacher that is burdened with so many tasks, that is burdened with a lot of students to attend to, will not do well, no matter how good the teacher is. So it is always important, look out for a school that the number of students in that class is reasonable. When you compare it with the teacher, please make sure, this is very important because your child is going to stay there and anything that happens there affects your child, right? Checking the class size also ensures that the students learn and achieve their educational goals. But when the class is much, the people in the class, like you have many pupils in that class, the teaching and learning won't be effective. So please check out what the class size looks like. Now, another thing, as you're checking the class size, you're checking the state of the classrooms. You're checking the state of the classrooms. What does a classroom look like? Is it conducive? There are some schools you will go to and you find out that this place is not conducive. Either it's too stuffy, no space, the students are managing to even move around, everywhere is jam-packed, the windows, there's no ventilation. These are the issues we have in classrooms. So what a standard classroom is, there should at least be space for the students to express themselves, and that place should be well ventilated. Okay, so because a child that is not comfortable cannot learn, right? So please check out these things. What is their classroom like? What is their classroom like? When you see a standard classroom, you will know. Another thing you have to look out for is when you go enter the school, ask them about do they have confidence in the school. You know, some schools, children need at least a toilet system. Most schools use makeshift. Please don't ever enroll your child in that school, because if you do, your child stands a greater chance of contacting disease, right? So, but in a school where the toilet system is very good and functional, everything will be done well, right? Please check these things. They are very, very important. Another thing you have to look out for when you go to a school: watch how the teachers relate with the students. And when you're doing this, don't do it so that they will know that that's what you're doing, because you are not there to just look around. Remember, I keep saying this: you're not there on a visit. Be observant. What is the teacher-student relationship like? Whatever you see is what it is. Okay, there's nobody who asks, oh, are you doing well? Your teachers, they won't say no. Even if they have nasty teachers, they won't say no. So when you get to the school, be observant, and don't just check 1-2 schools. Check as much as you can. Remember, check only schools within the range of what you can afford, because to me, it's a waste of effort to check schools that are not within the range of what you can afford. So when you finally check them and they are good, can you afford them? No. So it's not reasonable to do that. So please be observant. Check the teacher-student relationship. What is it like? Are the teachers hostile? Are they accommodating? Are they always angry, So please check these things. They are very, very important. Another thing you have to check is find out if the school has extracurricular activities. What are they? Because children have different things that interest them. Okay, so beyond what is stated in the curriculum, there is also need for schools to also involve the students in extracurricular activities. If your child is one that likes to play football, there are other things they can do. They can join the football club in the school. They can join the debate group or the debate club, whatever it's called. They can take lessons like piano lessons. There are so many things you learn in a school. So these things are very important. You find the one that your child is interested in and let him or her get involved. Then, finally, what do people say about the school? Is it the schools people recommend? Whether you like it or not, if you're going to check out a school, you might not be 100% right. But one thing I advise people to do, it's always safer that after visiting the school, please try to find out what people think about the school, like public opinion about the school. There are some schools you will ask, some people will tell you, oh, please don't go there, because they've been around the school. Either they were once parents of the school, or they are neighbors, or they've witnessed something, So people around, what do they have to say about the school? Yes, so don't take their opinion for granted, because most times these people have first-hand experience to these things. So if the school is highly recommended, you consider it a good school while you go on to the next. By the time you do this you check out these things in 3, 4, 5 schools, then you sit down and check what you found out and decide, make up your mind on which school your child will finally attend. I hope this video helps. Please, I love to read your comments, okay? I love to read your comments a lot. Please, when you've watched this video, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm definitely going to reply to you, okay? So please share your thoughts in the comment section. I will be waiting for you there. Thank you very much. Remember to subscribe to this channel and click the notification button so that whenever a new video like this is posted, you will be notified. Thank you very much. I love you.